I'm meteorologist from my city. This is Sunday's Weather Madness, and yesterday we caught a maddening day across the southeast. You know what's actually interesting? I forgot to put this up today, but I'll show you tomorrow. That we're still running very low on the tornadoes this year, well below normal for the number of tornadoes. Still getting a lot of wind reports, a lot of hail reports. Yesterday, I only had 5 tornado reports so far that have come out across the southeast. But we did see some hail and wind up around the Atlanta area, as we talked about. And but again, it wasn't, even the day before wasn't a big day for tornadoes. And what's surprising, what tornadoes we do have, boy, those storm trackers or storm spotters are right on top of it, aren't they? Or storm chasers, I should say. So tomorrow I'll show you that after all the data gets put into the graph showing the number of tornadoes, how low we are so far this year. Okay, which still amazes me. I see these stories out there saying how it was going to be such a bad year for tornadoes, and we're below normal. Okay, now we did have some nasty tornadoes across the south a few weeks ago. But it has not been a bad year overall, okay, in terms of the number of tornadoes. All right, our storm, all the thunderstorms are pushed off the coast. Our storm is winding itself up here across the northeastern part of the country. And things will clear out. This is going to wind up and be rainy and windy up here across the northeast, even some snow over the high country. But the big story this week is going to be the surge of warm air that's coming, okay? And everybody over across much of the eastern part of the country is going to warm up nicely this week. And all the unsettled weather will be mostly across the northern plains and the western part of the country. Then eventually we'll have to deal with severe weather back out in the plains here coming up by midweek. The radar this morning, you see our storm system up in here, some heavy rains coming across New England, and still a little skinny line of thunderstorms down across Florida. A little bit of snow this morning up here across the northern plains states, coming into Minnesota. And just the west is very unsettled with rain and mountain snow showers going on this morning. And we can see the storm system here. It's right about in here this morning, intensifying. And again, through Connecticut and to Rhode Island, some heavier rains are showing up already this morning. And it looks like out in Cape Cod and Nantucket, you'll get some gales developing this afternoon as well, with gusts maybe 40 mile an hour or better. And let's see, what else do we want to talk about? This is our indices as of, these are yesterday's one, but you can see the blocking pattern. It's still going to be in. So don't look for, the heat's going to come in surges, okay? Because what's interesting is kind of conflicting. There's some conflicting things. While we're in this blocking pattern, all right, the AL is actually going to go positive, okay? And the P&A is going to stay negative mostly. So it's kind of conflicting in that with the P&A staying negative, you're going to get surges of warm air coming in, even though we're in a blocking pattern. It's just how far north will that warm air get across the northeastern part of the country? You know what I mean? So that's my assistant giving me my Big Daddy hat back. Sunday mornings at the Weather Ranch. All right, let's see here. This is tomorrow morning. A little bit of snow up here across the northeast over the high country, and a little bit of snow up here across parts of northern Great Lakes. But again, chilly weather tomorrow across the northeast, but warmth is coming around the bend, and it's coming while the west is really unsettled. And so we get to Tuesday afternoon, severe weather is going to break out across the high plains. It's going to be a storm chasers dream out there with the severe weather. They're all going to be ganging up on the thunderstorms. But the warmth is really going to come around. Ohio Valley is going to get warm. The east is going to get warm. And the problem now is going to be how warm is it going to get? Okay, and like I said, some of these places, maybe from about Philadelphia down to Richmond, you could see 90s. You could see 90-degree day probably Wednesday, because you're going to get downsloping winds coming down off the Appalachians, which will help warm. When it comes down, the air gets compressed and it gets warmer. So you could add on a few more degrees onto that, maybe close to 90 degrees here in the eastern part of the country. or the mid-Atlantic states, I should say. But everybody's going to warm up all the way from the plains to the eastern part of the country. A little bit of snow in the high country of the Rockies. And that severe weather is going to continue to move east on Wednesday into the Mississippi Valley, still back into Texas. Meanwhile, the warmth is going to come in. How warm it gets up here across New England and through the Appalachians would depend on the showers and the clouds. This might be a little overdone on the GFS model. But again, you got the westerly winds here, so it could be pretty hot across Virginia, Maryland, and Delmarva down into North Carolina with temperatures approaching 90 degrees again with those westerly winds coming in. And even behind the front, air temperatures are not going to be all that chilly. Okay, it's not going to be that bad. Basically 60s, 70s behind the front. So it's not, overall for the country, it's not really a cold weather pattern coming up this week. And Thursday, that front is going to start to slip on through did I say Thursday in this map here? I think I made a boo-boo here. This is Wednesday. This is Wednesday. It's going to get warm, hot here on Wednesday. This is Thursday, okay? And the front's going to slip on through here on Thursday and put an end to the heat in a lot of places here. And there could be showers and thunderstorms, and some of the thunderstorms can be heavy anywhere along that front. So we'll have to look at the severe weather. I'm probably going to do severe weather maps tomorrow, okay? Only because it's Sunday and I got a lot of things to do today. I'm kind of Sunday mornings I like to just try to do family time type of stuff here. So I try to get this stuff done early so I can do the family time things. You know what I mean? You know how it is. Got to do this stuff. All right. By the weekend, a little cooler across the Northeast. Warm heads back here, a little unsettled through Texas. This little creature's going to kind of move around down here. And really, I tell you the truth, I look at this GFS model and it's just kind of, the long range of the GFS is kind of poopy, you know what I mean? So, all right, that's it for now. Have a great man-eating day. I'm meteorologist Harry Mark City.